Hello, welcome to Spellbinders Paper Arts Blog Frenzy that allows you to sneak peek some of their new products that they're introducing at CHA later this month. The die templates that I'm going to be revealing today are the Poinsettia Creations and the Classic Petals. So let me get those for you. Here's the actual Poinsettia Creations die template. As you can see, it has 4 different sizes of the actual poinsettia, so you can layer them, and 1 die template that comes in that set. Spellbinders is introducing a new line of edge abilities. Beautiful. Comes through to a set. You have an edger that cuts beautifully. Just your edges are gorgeous. And then you have these 2 decorative dies that basically, they have just beautiful detail, and they're very versatile. So I'm going to take these off. The 2 that I'm going to be working with today is going to be the edge when it cuts and this beautiful design here. But what I do to start this off, and this is just how I've worked with them, what I've done since I've been working with them, is that I just turn them upside down and make sure that the cutting blades are facing your mat. And to keep them all in, to keep it pretty stable, because when you cut and take them off, they'll move. I lay them face down, and I take painter's tape. This is just plain, you can masking tape whatever you happen to have around the house. And I actually, now they won't move. So because I'm going to be cutting 2 sides and I want each side to be equal, I tape it in place so it will not move. But now that I have it upside down, I'm also going to take more tape, my sticky sides facing down. I'll show you in just a second. I'm going to do like that, and I'm going to turn this over. What that does is it helps me where I can put that to the paper. So now I'm going to set that aside. Let me move this up here. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take and you're going to want to cut a piece of cardstock. Mine happens to be 5 1/4 by 4 1/2. You make this any size you want. I just try to think of my pattern. But once you cut 1, you're going to want to cut 2. Okay? And set that aside. Now, here's my edgeability dies that I have ready to go. I want to line my paper right up to where it cuts. It actually cuts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper. Remember, this is the sticky side. Not real sticky, but this is the sticky side facing up now. I'm going to take and place my paper. As you can see, I can see because it's upside down, I can see exactly where those cutting edges stop. I'm going to line this up where I want it. And now I can press this down, and now it's stuck to my paper, and I run it through and I cut and emboss. See, I already have this edge done. So what that does is it gives you 2 edges that are cut like so. Okay? Then what I don't think you can see in the actual finished product is I took, and this is May Arts Crochet lace, and I added, I already have this, so I'm going to, because I need to show you my flower, I went ahead and I taped this like so. I already have some dimensionals on the back side, but I'm just going to do 1 for this. I'm going to remove my, okay, and I'm going to add that to my cardstock like so. Now I have, only on my finished one I actually used the vanilla. This is so you can actually see this. So now you can see I have a very nice edge lay. My edging is beautiful. I have pretty tape, but because I can see that center, I want to cover that up. So I grabbed some ribbon. This is going to be my tag. Now I have some May Arts wrinkle ribbon. All I did was run this back and where it was pretty even to cover up that center. This is not something you have to do. I mean, it's just something I did to cover up my center that was open. And you would tape this into place front and back. But because you can see this on the back, to finish it off very pretty, you would want to take and add another piece of cardstock. You don't have to do this. I did not. It's okay to me. So now that's my actual tag. And then I tied a knot at the top. Just a knot. Okay, and I just tied a little knot here. Not real tight. I didn't really want it. And I put glue here because I just wanted it to be able to be long enough, tied a knot on the ends of my ends, and so now that's my tag. Then I added a ribbon, tied, same wrinkle ribbon. I added a bow. Okay, we're getting there. So I'm going to set this aside. I got lots to show you on this pretty flower. We're going to set this aside. Okay, first thing I'm going to show you here is here I took and I used I use these stencil daubers. My ink, because I don't want too much, and I dab in the center and I work my way out. And I do this on each layer of this flower until I get what color I like. Okay, then I take my mat, okay, and I'm going to turn this upside down. And I use these. I bought these at Michael's. I have lots. I have some really, really good ones, and I have some really, really cheap ones. These are the cheaper ones. I got these at Michael's. They come in a variety of sizes. I like the big and the small. And I'm just going to start moving. Now, I push this really hard. And I just do this on each one till I get it to where it cups. Okay? Now, if I want a little bit more, I'm going to take and I'm just going to do this. Going to roll it back and forth until I get my petal to where it just kind of works with me. Okay, and I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to take this big bad boy. I know I've been around my grandkids too much. I'm going to put that like so, and I'm going to use now these are dark, these are black. They're from Scrapbook Adhesives. It's the black 3D foam squares. These are the smaller ones that come in the set. So I'm going to remove this. Problem with these, any kind of dimensionals, is that if your ink's wet, they won't stick. So I'm kind of pushing this. And I already have the rest of this flower finished, but I'm going to show you here. I'm going to place this in the center, and I'm going to kind of angle this. As you can see, if I did this, you wouldn't see that bottom layer. So I'm going to angle it like so. I'm going to mash, and then like I do all of my flowers, I just kind of come back in and pull it up. And so there is my flower. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. But this also has a leaf. And like I said, as you could see in my finished piece, I had 3 leaves on my finished project. So I'm going to set this aside, take my leaf, doing quite different. I'm not folding this, I'm just cupping it at my hand. I'm going to take and I'm going to hold this down, and I'm going to kind of just fold that back, bend these 2 fingers together, shape that leaf, and just keep pushing it till I get it to where I want. The reason why I want this flat, as I've mentioned this before in other videos, is it will slide up underneath your flower nice. Then I'm going to take, now this is gold, and I'm just going to put some gold on the edges of those leaves. And I'm going to do that on all 3 leaves, and I'm going to slide it up underneath my flower. I'm going to put a little bit of embellishment in the center. This case here I used, which I'm out of, I just used, I've had them for years. You put anything you want, buttons are pretty or whatever. And I added some, gosh, I can't even think, stickles. This is the diamond stickles, and I just kind of put some on and rubbed it around. And as you can see, I added a few more little greeny berries or whatever I had hanging around the house. The finishing touch, I added what I had in my center. I put it up on my actual bow, and then I added, this is from Crafty Secrets. And I'll have all the details and everything, supplies I used on my blog. So, but this is the actual finished piece, and as you can see, that's how fast it came together. The flower, not hard at all to do. It's just working with the mat. You don't even have to work with your mat. You can just shape your petals however you want, just so they would stand up. But anyway, so I'm going to move this aside. I'm going to have you move to my second video, and this is the project we're going to be doing in that video. The flower's the same. I will not be showing you the flower in the video. So we're just going to show you how to make this cone. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy this, and please move on to number 2. Thanks.